Hi guys, this is John from Yamaha and I'm really happy to be here today at Music Matter to show you our brand new synthesizer. This is the Yamaha MODX and this is a synthesizer that many people have been asking for. We have two synth engines inside. We have the AWM2 engine that gives you all these amazing analog style sounds, the acoustic sounds, strings, pianos, Rhodes, all these things. But we also have the FM-X engine, like a real proper FM synthesizer with 8 operators, total control, real-time control of the FM engine, giving you an incredible amount of sonic possibilities. Now, you can combine those two engines together and create some really evolving and animating sounds. Let me start with some FM-X sounds. And as you can see, I can get all these nice colors by using the controllers that I have. We have, of course, my Superknob that can control up to 128 parameters at once, which means that if you have a very complex patch, a very complex FM-X patch, you can control the FM-X engine very easily with that. We have sliders, we have encoders, we have, of course, the mod wheel, assignable buttons, everything is there. Let me play one more sound for you that shows you what the Superknob can do when you have like a complex patch. So you can create all those nice textures, some typical FM brass sounds. Or the classic FM piano sounds. And because this is, of course, a real FM engine, that means I can be very expressive. Because I'm not relying on samples to create those sounds. For this range of synthesizers, we have 3 models. So we have the MODX6, which is really compact. All 3 of them are extremely light. If you're a gigging musician, you really appreciate that. We have the MODX7 that has 76 keys. It's exactly like the MODX6, but with a little bit more range. So if you're a piano player, a keyboard player, you play organ sounds, you'll appreciate the extended range. And then, of course, we have the MODX8 with 88 fully weighted keys, which is great if you're a pianist and you want this kind of really nice action of a real piano. Now, let me play a few sounds from the AWM2 engine. This engine gives you all the great acoustic sounds, so let me show you a few of them. We have, of course, pianos. Strings, really nice strings. huge bass sounds. Guitars. With the MODX, we have 192 notes of total polyphony, which means you can create those huge sounds. You can stack sounds together, you can create layers, you can create splits, and you can create some really, really big sounding patches. So I have all those layers, no drop notes, really great. Some really nice choir sounds. And some great cinematic pianos as well. With the MODX, we have loads and loads of DSP effects on board. So basically you get amazing reverbs, choruses, compressors, the VCM effects that are vintage modeled compressors and EQs. We also have some really nice experimental effects. Let me show you one of them. This is the spiralizer effect. Some really nice analog style delays. Where I can change the time using the mode wheel. Another very cool thing for live musicians and also music producers is the built-in sidechain, which means you can sidechain any sound to another internal sound, or you can also sidechain any sound from the MODX using the converters in the back. So I can feed like a kick drum, I can feed like a loop, and the MODX will be sidechained to this audio. So let me give you an example. In this example, we're sidechaining the filters. The MODX is a really expandable platform, which means you can load your own waveforms into this and create your own sounds. We have a built-in 1 GB flash ROM, which means you can load your own samples, but you can also load external libraries, free libraries that already exist, and commercial libraries. So I'm gonna play one sound from a very, very cool library. It's a CS80 library. They sampled a real CS80, and that's free for all MODX users. Let me play it for you and see how nice it sounds. Now, of course, if you want to expand your sounds, you can also use Soundmondo, which is our online community. You can go there and upload your sounds, save them on the cloud, add your tags and record them whenever you want. But you can also, of course, download other user sounds, which means you can just see what other people are doing and get some inspiration. There are tons and tons of amazing sounds, even sounds from some specific songs that you might be trying to find for a long time. You have to try Soundmondo. If you have a MODX, it's a great place to be. The MODX is fully compatible with MODX6 and MODX7 voices and performances, which means that if you have those great sounds that you created on the Motif, you can load them in here. The other cool thing is that you can load legacy DX and TX sounds using our online FM converter, which means all those amazing sounds from back in the 80s, you can load them in the MODX and they will translate great. So let me give you an example. This is from the DX7 ROM. As this one as well. The MODX can be the centerpiece of every studio, and that's because we have a built-in 2-in, 10-out USB audio interface in there. The other cool thing is that if you have an iPad and you want to go out and record performances, maybe you go on a live gig and you want to record your performance, this also works as an audio interface for your iPad using just one single cable. So you can use GarageBand, Cubases, whatever you want, and this needs zero setup. It's very, very easy to use. If you're using a DAW, you will really appreciate the dedicated USB volume monitor control right here, which allows you to monitor your recordings and the output of your DAW very, very easily. Another thing that many users requested was an easy way to get a drum beat layered onto a sound. And that's what we have on the MODX. We have a dedicated rhythm pattern button that basically you can have any sound like this. Let's say you're very happy with the sound that you created and you want to add a nice drum loop so that you can see how it works. You just press rhythm pattern and then you immediately have a selection of drum kits, of patterns, and then you can just select one and you can start playing. Thing that you can do very, very easily on the MODX is you can activate the envelope follower just from that same screen from the rhythm pattern screen. So basically you can have a drum loop and the audio of that drum loop becomes your controller data and you can control your filters, volume, everything basically. Let me give you an example. I'm going to keep the same drum loop and I'm going to add the envelope follower and we're going to have it control our filters, for example. So I'm gonna turn it on so you can see the difference. So that's without, that's with. And that's just with a click of a button. It's very, very easy to add drums and add an envelope follower to your patches right now. So it's a very, very cool feature. So there you go, guys. This is our brand new range of synthesizers, the Yamaha MODX6, MODX7, and MODX8. Extremely powerful synthesizers, really light and really affordable. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.